Hello, it's CJ. Have you been told that you have an abnormal cervical cancer screen or pap smear result? Today I hope to make it all make sense. I'm going to let you know the 7 possible pap smear results, the recommended follow-up for each one of them, and if you stick around, I will tell you 4 simple things that you can do that might help decrease your risk of developing cervical cancer. Number 1 is unsatisfactory. Basically, they just didn't get enough cells. Could be because you were on your menstrual cycle. Recommended follow-up is repeat that PAP in 2 to 4 months. Number 2 is negative. They didn't see any abnormal cells whatsoever. The recommended follow-up for a negative PAP is repeat your PAP in 3 to 5 years, depending on your age and your health situation. Number 3 is atypical squamous cells of undetermined significance. You'll also hear it called ASCUS. It's actually the most common of all of the abnormal results, usually because of HPV, but not always. If you are between the ages of 21 and 24, they'll probably just repeat your PAP in a year. If you are 25 years of age or older, they will check you for HPV. If your HPV is negative, repeat PAP in 3 years. If your HPV is positive, they will probably recommend you have a colposcopy for further evaluation. Number 4, low-grade squamous intraepithelial lesion, also known as LSIL. These PAPs are almost always because of HPV. The good news is the cells are usually mild and will go away all on their own, typically within about a year or 2. Recommended follow-up if you are 25 years of age or older is a colposcopy. Number 5, high-grade squamous intraepithelial lesion. These cells are suspicious for the development of cancer. So if you have a high-grade lesion, no matter how old you are, they will probably recommend that you have a colposcopy. Number 6, ASCUS cannot rule out high-grade. These cells appear to be high-grade, but they're not for sure high-grade. In the GYN community, we consider them high-grade until proven otherwise. If you have an ASK-H PAP, you will be instructed to have a colposcopy. And finally, number 7, atypical glandular cells. These cells are the most concerning for precancer or cancer cells. They're not always cancer, but they are very concerning. Your provider may recommend colposcopy, or they may just recommend surgical removal of those cells. So, what are some things that you can do to protect yourself from cervical cancer? Number 1, don't smoke. If you have HPV, and unfortunately 80% of the sexually active population does, the carcinogens in the tobacco products actually rapidly accelerate the cancer products in the HPV, so it is a lot more dangerous. Number 2, ideally you want to use condoms when you are sexually active to avoid the transmission of HPV. Number 3, make sure you do your PAP screenings according to whatever guidelines your provider recommends. Number 4, there is a vaccination that is available that can protect you from 9 of the 13 strains of HPV that are known to cause cancer. So, what questions do you have about abnormal PAPs? I hope you'll leave those in the comment section below. And while you're in that comment section, I would also really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button.
Hi, if you're still here, thanks so much for sticking around through the entire video. If you feel as though this information has been helpful to you, or you think you know somebody that might benefit from the information provided in these videos, please feel free to like it, share it, and if you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you did that. Any and all support that you can provide is so greatly appreciated. As always, these videos were not created as a replacement for a visit with your healthcare provider, rather as a place for you to come for basic, reliable information that is non-biased and hopefully allow you to figure out what questions to ask your healthcare provider at your next visit to best meet your healthcare needs. Again, I appreciate all of your support. If you want to contact me, my information is at the top of this screen, and I will put it in the comment section of this video. That's all I have for today. This is CJ. I'm at your cervix.